playing up. We're playing a 5A school, and we've got to see how we can compete. Talk to me, Joey, then about preparing a squad for opening night and saying you've got some veterans, you got a veteran team, 16 returning starters for Christian Academy, and we'll get into that more, folks, as we go through our pregame broadcast. But you also at South Oldham have a bunch of newcomers. And one guy you got to replace tonight who's out injured, their star running back, Jack McCubbin, the senior from South Oldham.
Well, first of all, let's talk about South Oldham. Coach Reed has a program. They talk about places that are, that are a program. This is a program. These kids, from the freshman year on, they learn the same system. They learn that defense. They learn that offense as a freshman. They learn it at JV level. They learn it at the varsity level. So essentially, these kids, they're progressing up, but they are doing the same type of offense, the same type of defense they've done the previous 2 years at the freshman and JV level. So there's really not much drop-off other than being, playing against a bigger, more talented player at the varsity level.
You talk about an injury to a starting running back the week before, though, in a scrimmage, in your final scrimmage, in your final prep. You want to plug and play. You want to plug in a guy. But, again, you think that it'll be a running back by committee approach tonight? Did you hear from Coach about that?
Well, Coach Reed, it is next man up. He's had several years where there have been key players that have gotten injured, and it's been the next man up. As I said, it is a system. The kids, they know what to do, and he prepares them. He prepares them every day. It's a structured practice to where everyone knows what they have to do. You know that at 4:15, you're going to run down and take a right and hit that sideline. At 3:30, you're going to be doing jumping jacks. At 5:15, you're working on kicking game right there. Coach is very structured with it. Every player knows what he has to do. It is next man up, and I think they will be just fine.
And no one knows better than you what Coach Reed demands, because you coached with him about 12 years ago while he was just starting to build this program.
Yes, I did coach with Coach Reed. I was defensive coordinator here, and Coach Reed, we went to the quarterfinals, played Anderson County. We had a really talented team. And when you talk about injuries, we had two really key injuries that year. We had one young man who he's now a lawyer, actually, as a matter of fact, but he played running back, and he was a stud. He was really good. And about the seventh game of the year, I think he hurt his leg, broke his leg. And, and everyone's like, oh, no. But, no one had really known of Coach Reed yet, and they didn't understand how he builds the next man up. And the young man that came in right behind him did just as well. We rolled on through. We played our district. We beat Oldham County that year. It was a really good deal. So Coach Reed, he's got a game plan. There's a reason why he's been around here 13 years, and there's a reason why he's a 73%. He has a 73% win percentage.
He's quite good at that, and we'll talk more about the Centurions, the visiting Centurions, in that program as we progress through our pregame broadcast. You're going to hear from head coach Hunter Cantwell of the Christian Academy of Louisville Centurions when we return from break. This is Glycod Broadcasting. Stay with us.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
or surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, making your life easier with quality products and quality service.
Welcome back to Glycott Sports. This is Joey Hamilton. I'm here at South Oldham High School. I'm here with Hunter Cantwell, coach of the Cal Centurions. It's his 4th season here at Cal. Coach, you still get the first game jitters here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think all coaches want it so badly for the kids, right? You know, our playing days are done, but you love the work that these guys put in all off season, the relationships that you get to build with them. So you just want it so bad for them to have success, and I think it's jitters more for them than for anything else.
Okay. Speaking of that, you've been off for a while. You know, your last game was the loss to Paducah Tillman in the playoffs in the quarters. That's where you're from. You know, you tell your players after a game that you may lose, hey, let's turn it around, let's come back, let's get strong. What was your thought process, or how did you process that with your last game and taking that into the off season this year?
Yeah, well, first off, never fun to lose to your alma mater. Right now, I can't go home. But yeah, I mean, that was great motivation for us. We knew, we had a lot of guys returning this season, so didn't lose a lot of seniors off that team. That left a bad taste in a lot of our, this year's senior class, and they worked incredibly hard to, make sure that doesn't happen this year. So that's always, you never want to lose, but when you have a tough loss like that, it always definitely propels you into the off season.
You bring back an experienced squad this year, talking about this season. Is there anybody you'd like to focus on offensively or defensively or special teams?
Yeah, I think, offensively, Cole Hodge, our junior quarterback, has gotten some Division I interest, and then Gavin Copenhaver, our running back. You'll see a lot of talented receivers out there that are pretty new, but those two guys, are talented and bring a ton of experience back. And then we bring 4 guys back up front. Those guys never get the recognition they deserve. They're not the biggest bunch, but they play great football. They're going to hold their own against a very big front this evening. And then on defensively, I think I go back to Gavin Copenhaver. He's our Mike linebacker, and he just kind of runs things for us on the defensive side of the ball. So, yeah, you're looking at Cope. You're going to be all right.
Speaking of their size, I guess that is what you noticed on film. Anything else did you notice about South Oldham on film?
Yeah, well, Coach Reed always does a fantastic job. They're always very well coached. They're very big, and their coaching staff does a great job with technique, fundamentals, putting them in positions to be successful. So we're definitely going to have to come out and play our A game tonight.
Well, that sounds great, Coach. Sounds like you got your work cut out for you tonight. I think that will be it for me right here. So good luck tonight, Coach. It is a pleasure talking to you. And that is Joey Hamilton signing off for Glycott Sports.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. Today we're talking lighting, specifically outdoor lighting with Maddie. What are some of the obstacles your clients face with outdoor lighting?
Well, anybody can really come in here and just pick out a fixture for the way that it looks. However, the real obstacle comes in knowing how many to use, where the placement needs to be, and what type of fixture to use to really bring emphasis to those focal points outside their home.
And the Watts team can help with this?
Yes, of course. We actually have designers like myself and electricians on hand here, so we can really help our customer from the start to finish of the whole design and installation process.
Tell us about the range of light fixtures that you have here.
Yeah, so here at Watts Home Center, we carry various interior decorative fixtures, exterior fixtures, landscape fixtures, and commercial luminaires. We've really been able to help our customer find any type of fixture they're looking for.
And that's WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
And welcome back to Mitchell F. Irvin Stadium here inside Tucker Field at South Oldham High School in Oldham County and near LaGrange, just outside LaGrange. Let's call it Crestwood. How about that? Alongside Joey Hamilton, I'm Paul Najar. In this matchup, as we prepare for it on our pregame show, Joey, you went 3 keys to this South Oldham team for tonight's game.
Okay, we're going to talk about 3 keys, but whoa. You better call it Crestwood.
I will call it Crestwood because LaGrange is elsewhere.
LaGrange
is the opposition. He's laughing at me, kicking my.
Hey, they'll get on you out here about that now. They'll let you know LaGrange and Crestwood are 2 different entities.
They're 2 different worlds indeed.
But keys to the game. Let's talk about South Oldham High School. First and foremost, they're youth and they need to grow up fast. They need to grow up fast out here. You've got some players that have not had as much varsity experience, as most of the Centurions. So you've got some guys out here, first-year starters. They've played a lot of JV. They've been through the ranks, freshman, JV games. This is their opportunity to shine. So those first-year players, it's their time to shine. They need to grow up fast out here tonight.
Mm-hmm. And there's another.
Well, you got splash plays. You got some splash plays that South Oldham, they can make a big play here. Make a big boom, a big hit. Cause a fumble, pick 6. Break a tackle, score. Shock cow early. Those splash plays, they can do that. Protect the ball. No interceptions, no fumbles. They can do that. They've got a real opportunity. And then their third thing there, they have an excellent kicker. They have a kid I think he was 3rd or 4th in 5A last year, and he was really good, and he'll be returning this year. He had 2 field goals. He had several extra points there. Yep. He was really good. He was really good. I'm trying to think of his name. It is at the tip of my tongue, and why can't I think of it? That is bothering me.
and it's bothering me too. But we'll get to that.
I'll get right
we'll
back
highlight
to him.
that kicking game for South Oldham in just a moment.
He is a really good kid. He's really good at what he does. But and then we talk about
Christian Academy. Hunter Cantwell. They have a tempo offense. They have a rhythm offense. And when you talk about a rhythm like that, boy, you got to find it quick, don't you? Because it's hard if you don't have it. If you don't have it on a certain night, boy, it's hard to get it.
Yes, Hunter Cantwell is coming back. They have experience. They have depth. He's returning seven players on offense, 9 on defense. And so when you talk about a rhythm, those kids have been there. They know how it goes. They're like boom, boom, boom. This is what they're used to daily. They're used to doing this, all last season. That's why they're 11-2. That's why they're favored, as one of the top teams in 3A this year. And then they have to be explosive. He's got some new players coming in that have transferred in. He's got his old veterans, Hodge and Koppenhaver. those two guys, they must make big plays, and then the defense must make big plays as well. They're going up against a huge offensive line tonight in South Oldham.
And as always, protect that football. When you have the advantage, you've got to protect that football. Tonight's Keys to the Game presented by Watts Home Center in LaGrange. Design that feels like home. Folks, stay with us. We'll be back at South Oldham with more of your pregame show right after this.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glaycod.
Welcome back to Irvin Stadium here at South Oldham High School inside Tucker Field. You see the band on the field getting ready to play the national anthem. And as they do that, we're going to take our next to last pregame show break. When we come back, we'll talk to Joey Hamilton about keys to the game and hear from Coach Reed about his South Oldham Dragons team. Stay with us.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Glycod Sports. I'm Joey Hamilton. I'm here at Urban Stadium here in South Oldham High School. We are here with head coach Jamie Reed. He's been here for 13 years. Seems like a lifetime to me, Coach. You've won 73% of your games. How you doing tonight, Coach?
Doing great. We got a great night, opening night versus Cal. It doesn't get much better than this.
Okay, first game of the year, Coach. How's that different than any other games? Do you still get first game jitters? You've been around a lot of football.
Absolutely. You just never know how you're going to come out and show up under the lights. We got a lot of things that we're trying to do, and now we're going to find out if we put in too much, if we didn't put in enough, or if we did it just right. I got a little nerves going right now.
Okay, good. You kind of answered my second question. I was going to kind of ask, how was your prep this week? How do you feel y'all prepared this week?
I think we did good. We cut back on a lot of things. We go in with a lot, and then you try to scale down so where the kids can perform at a high level and not really thinking a whole lot. So we'll see tonight if we were able to chip it away enough to still be productive and for the kids to play fast.
Okay, Coach, you lost your quarterback and you lost some seniors there last year. Is there anyone that we ought to particularly look at this year that you want us to be interested in?
I think our offensive lineman, Grayson Brashear, he's a D1 guy. He's got 6 offers right now. He's our right guard. We're looking for him to anchor our line. Wyatt Fowler is a name that you heard a lot on defense last year. He's going to probably end up being a running back. We really hope we can anchor our team both offensively and defensively this year.
Okay. So, what when you look at Cal on film, what do they bring to the table? What are you looking at when you see Cal Centurions on film?
I always say whenever you're playing a parochial school, those guys are able to go out. They won't say that they recruit, but they're able to go out and get a different type of athlete than you can sometimes in a public school, and they're well coached. They've won there for a long time, and they got a coaching staff that's probably second to none anybody in the state. So we're going to have to really play one of our best games to get a W tonight.
Coach, opening night tonight. It's a beautiful night here. I appreciate you talking to me, Coach. That's Joey Hamilton here signing off here for Glycod Sports.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. Today we're talking ways to give your home a facelift. Jim, what are some updates and trends for doors this season?
The most popular door of the year so far has been this 3/4 6 light shown here as a double French door. I've sold this in this configuration, a door with side lights, a single door. People are loving the natural light this year.
In addition to doors, windows are another great way to update your home, right?
Absolutely. There's no better way to increase your home's energy efficiency than new windows. And if you're about to sell your house, nothing looks better on a property listing than new windows.
So can you and your team provide me an estimate to match my particular budget?
Absolutely. With multiple products and vendors, we can work with your budget to get your home the product it needs.
The Watts Home Center team can answer all of your window and door questions. So come on out and see them here in LaGrange or go to wattshomecenter.com to learn more.
If your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
Welcome back to South Oldham High School. Joey Hamilton alongside Joey Hamilton. I'm Paul Najar. And Joey, we're ready for football. Here comes the opening kickoff. The Cal Centurions in white with their red numbers and their blue helmets. They are moving left to right on your screen, and all green clad homestanding South Oldham Dragons ready to receive the kickoff. And that one goes almost to the end zone, but just out of bounds, and that's a break for the Dragons and Coach Jamie Reed right off the bat, Joey.
Hey, we talked about opportunities, splash play. Hey, this could carry some momentum right here. We'll see what happens here. We start out here at the 35-yard line.
And a great kick by the Cal kicker, Jack Barrickman, but that ball just, and inside the 1, kicked away, didn't go over that pylon for the touchback. So
he's a senior. He's been around.
Yeah.
Kicking to the corner. Maybe that was planned by the Cal Centurions, but just took a bad bounce out of bounds.
And here is number 12, Nick Hamilton, in the shotgun, in the pistol actually, and he just hands it off. Run right. That is number 18, Wyatt Fowler, for a decent game, but that is hit hard by Isaac Patrick, senior safety for the Centurion. So it'll be gain of 2+, so 2nd and long 8 for the Dragons.
Looked like it was going to be a play for about 8 or 9, and the Centurion defense just stuffed it real quick. Looked like the hole was there, then boom, closed really quick.
That's safety Isaac Patrick playing deep in the middle of the field. Came up quick, made the pop. Back in the pistol. Hamilton hands it again. All in there, leaning forward for the first down. That will be
Jeffrey Burton.
Jeffrey Burton. And these two guys, when you're talking about Burton and Fowler, having to replace injured Jack McCummond in the backfield.
Two-headed monster right there. Both guys, like I said, they know the system. Looked like a little inside trap there, right up the middle. Showed a little action, sweep action toward the left, and Burton just took it right up the middle and gained first down.
Quick hitter, 2 wide left now. A little different formation for the Dragons. Hamilton between the running backs.
It's like a slot left with a tight end on the right.
So their first pass of the season. He looks, he gets a little happy feet. Wanted to throw again, but a nice gain of 3. Made something out of nothing, did Hamilton.
Max protection there by South Oldham. They only sent out 2 receivers. They kept everyone else in, backs, tight end. Everyone stayed in. Looked like a little dig route, and good coverage there by the Centurions. Number 4 out there on the coverage. That's Justin Ruffin. And Hamilton just decided to take it in and run for a few yards, and not a bad gain, 3 yards.
I believe Hamilton had a little equipment issue. I'm not sure if he has come off the field or not. He came to the sideline, see if he's still out there, or if that's Fowler going to receive the snap here. That is Wyatt Fowler in at quarterback now. He's in the pistol with just a running back right, motion left, but it was a direct snap to number 3, Luke Oliveros.
Oliveros has been around too. He's a veteran. He's been around. I recall him last year in the playoff game against Atherton. He had some big plays there. So they've got a few players here that they've got a little time. So, and they're moving the ball. They're across the 50 now.
They're moving the ball, but this is a big 3rd down and 5 for the Dragons. Still not sure if Hamilton is out there. And as we see, that is Fowler back to take the snap out of the pistol. 1 wide left. Motion left goes Oliveros, but it is a keeper for Fowler, right up the gut. A nice fake, but he gets forward only for 2. They needed 5, 4th and 3 for the Dragons, but a good first start as they go out to punt. They took over 3 minutes off the clock, and they showed some real positive strides there.
They're changing the field position. Fowler, he's got some experience in there at quarterback, so he's basically the backup quarterback, as you just saw. And like I said, they changed the field here, so we'll see what happens on this 4th down.
Flip the field, back to punt. The Dragons.
Looks like Ruffin back there, the transfer.
Ruffin,
hit number 1.
It touched
Connor
Hodge, the sophomore, younger brother of quarterback Colton Hodge, and it hit his back. Ruffin was to receive that, and Justin Ruffin, the junior transfer wide receiver, getting major Division I offers. He can flat fly.
Oh, he's a baller right there. But on that last play, that your punt returner needs to yell out. Teams say different things. Peter, hot, get away, anything. And he doesn't and hits the sophomore. Unfortunately for Cal, that they get the ball back. That would have been one of those splash plays we would have talked about if South could have gained opportunity off that.
Sure. 8:34 left in the first quarter. Christian Academy getting their first snaps of the season. 3 wide left, roll left for Hodge, and they bring it down. That was his brother, Connor Hodge, for a 9-8 8-yard gain, they'll mark it. Let's call it 8-yard gain.
Didn't look like much at all. He just kind of took the ball, rolled to the left. Looks like they just flooded the zone. And when I say flood the zone, they put more guys as receiver than they had, more receivers over there than they had defensive players, and just found the open spot. And next thing you know, they had an 8-yard pickup.
3 wide set, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Under center, Hodge hands it off. That is Gavin Copenhaver. Copenhaver met there strong by the Dragon defense.
There's number 7, Nathan Hale. Nathan Hale has been around a while too. He's an excellent DB. I think he may be playing a little hybrid there, where he's more in a strong safety linebacker spot there. But he's been around, and that was a nice open field tackle right there by him.
And he limited Copenhaver to about a yard, so we'll call it 3rd and a long 1. And out of the under center, or near center, is Hodge. We'll see if he takes the snap direct. He does. He will. In motion right, but it's a shot up the middle, but a good stick there by the South Oldham right side of that defense. That's a 4th down on Copenhagen. Good stick.
It's going to be close. They just a little dive play, a little speed action there with the jet motion. I want to fake the sweep, and Coach Cantwell says he's not going to chance it in his own territory right there. Big stop for South.
Joey, talk about getting a first down, getting some real progress, flipping the field. How big that was for these young Dragons of South Oldham and Coach Reed.
Well, Coach Reed's, like I said, the young guys out there. Got number 27 going back here deep. Got Joe. Ishmael. Ishmael. He's a junior. He's going to be returning this kick. But 4th and 1, you've got to watch on this. Coach Cantwell, he might feel lucky right now. Might fake it. I don't think he will, but bad snap.
Tough snap. Handled well by Barrickman. His punt, decent. Oh, he gets a great roll. Great roll. That goes for 26, 36, and 42 yards. No return. First down for the Dragons at their own 34.
Joe Ishmael's got to pick that up. I know it was short, but when it takes a long bounce like that as a punt returner, you've got to pick the ball up. That's a field position thing, and he may get an earful when he comes back to the sideline. Coach will say, hey, you've got to pick that up. He had a little room, too.
Every yard counts, right?
Oh, yes.
That's about a 12, 13-yard roll there.
That's huge. That's huge. Like I said, as a punt returner, you've got to catch the ball all the time. Even when it's short like that, you've got to be able to get up there to fair catch it. And if you don't, if it bounces like that, you've got to pick it up and it will fall on it. So it won't gain another 10 yards. That's a 10-yard loss.
That's something you did well, return punts in your day.
I was fairly good, pretty good.
Yeah, and a gut handoff there to Fowler. Just nets about half a yard as Hamilton is back on the field. Not sure if it was a helmet issue or if it was a plan in that second, after that first down in their first series.
It may have been a game plan to go, direct handoff there and go a little wildcat action there and quarterback keep with Fowler, and Fowler just ran the last one. So
here's Hamilton back to pass, little nervy feet, almost a pick off. The one thing Bill Parcells would always talk about and drilled into Phil Sims' head and talk about drilled. I'm not sure if Hamilton getting a little help up from his teammate there.
Well,
got hit.
Sam McCown came in with a little pressure right there. Number 52, we talked about him for Cal Centurions. Put pressure on Hamilton, made him throw it a little quicker than he wanted to. And then you had excellent coverage right there by the Cal Centurions. So he was throwing into a crowd. He was lucky that wasn't picked off.
Bill Parcells always said, don't throw it over the middle late. Ever.
When you do, pick. Bad things happen. I mean, it's one of those things where you've got a defender beat and you throw it behind and the defender's behind and he gets it.
Big third down here coming up, and the Centurions right there, Copenhaver 16 busts through that line. He read it well, and he drags down Fowler for a 4-yard loss. So it'll be 4th and 14, and the Dragons with 5:30 to go in this first quarter will punt for the second time.
Yeah, that was a little misdirection. Looked like he was going to give it to Fowler. End up giving it to Julian Miles, who's actually the punter.
Yes.
And Miles is the punter as well. So, Cal Centurion, looks like Cal's woken up a little bit now after the first series.
Defense can often spark, and that snap over the head. He gets it off, though, a little tip, but see if you can get a little bit of a roll. and that is much better than nothing. Ball lands and is downed at the 37, we'll call it, 37 and a half. Now Centurions have the opportunity here.
It ends up being a 6-yard punt, so that's as good as a turnover right there. And Cal with the ball here. Now they're inside the 40 of South Oldham. Looks like they can do a little something here.
Moved it back to the 38, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Centurions. I have a feeling he's going to take a shot right here. Would you?
Oh, yes. This is where you take your shot. Come back like that. It looks like he got trips to the left. He's got a couple speedsters out there. He's got Ruffin out there. One back set, shotgun. We'll see.
Isaac Patrick near side. Oh, and it's a keeper. Well-designed run. Quarterback draw for Hodge, and he'll get the first down of the season for the Cal Centurions.
Quarterback draw. He spread them out. Trips to the left, split to the right. Back flares out to the left. Quarterback takes 2 steps, looks and sees, and a little blocking scheme up there, and first down. They're inside the 30.
By the time the defense sees him, he's already 6, 7, 8, 9, now 10 yards downfield. At the 37 and a half, or 27 and a half, Hodge
it looks like
under
South
center.
is going with the 3-3 scheme here.
3-3-6 or 3-4, is it?
Yes, and
there is a great roll left from Hodge, complete on the comeback to his younger brother. There's Connor Hodge. A great connect from the 27 down to the 8, a 19-yard gain down to the 9, 18 yards on the hookup.
Ryan Varner on the tackle. He saves a touchdown there. That was a nice play there by the quarterback. Rolled to left, gave himself a little time, showed his experience, showed his maturity, waited.
And you like the tiptoe at the line of scrimmage. He knew where he was, and he got rid of it before he crossed the line.
Yeah,
Official was right on that.
That's a guy who's been around. That's a guy who's had some playoff game experience. He's had some deep runs. Now they're inside in the red zone, 1st and goal.
1st and goal. Just inside the 10-yard line in the pistol. Cole Hodge, he takes it, fakes the handoff, quick out right. There's Ruffin. He tries to juke, but his 5-yard gain well earned because there were 4 defenders right in his face there.
4 defenders led by Nathan Hale. There's a good coverage out there by those guys. They faked it, dive to the left. The back just comes back in on a little, what we call a bubble route. Catches that ball and tries to use his one-on-one experience or jukes or jives or however you want to call that. And but Nathan Hale and a couple other defenders shut it down.
Coach Cantwell spreads the field once again. In the shotgun is Hodge. Look for that run, but it's a roll left. Good coverage, but right there is Hodge taking it in. Across the goal line, takes a hit across, but it's 6-0. Christian Academy on the board.
Yeah, and the reason why he ran that ball, his wide receiver out wide was doing a little comeback route, and he slipped and fell. When he slipped and fell, the defender stood right there with him, and it was just open road for him. That's who he was looking for out there in the corner.
Coach Reed will look at that tape, and he'll show these youngsters, say, hey, now he's down. You got to commit to something.
Correct. You've got to make a play, and that's those split-second decisions where you have to say, okay, he's down. If you played a lot, just got in there.
It just got through. Berrickman with the extra point is 7-0 with 3:03 remaining here at South Oldham in the first quarter. We'll return. Glycod broadcasts.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Irvin Stadium and Cy Tucker Field. And Joe Hamilton, that was a really well-designed run pass option there for the touchdown by Coach Hunter Cantwell and the Cal Centurions.
Yeah, he just did a little bootleg action. He faked the dive, then he rolled out left. had a wideout out there, but the wideout fell down. And, the experience of the DB, when you're a defensive back out there, you see that guy fall down, you got to make that quarterback commit. You got to come at him hard. You got to come at him hard, and if you don't come at him hard, then you see the result that just happened.
He gets the tackle 2 yards into the end zone rather than 2 yards shy. Back to kick again. The second time tonight, Jack Barrickman, his opening kickoff, went down to the goal line and just turned left right before the pylon, resulting in a penalty. This one, nice and high, end over end, down to the 7. That is picked up the gut. Nice run, return out to the 30, a 22-yard or 23-yard return. But Cal says the ball is out and it's theirs.
What? I didn't see that. I could not see that. Julian Miles, a sophomore.
Wow.
He's got to hold on to that ball, and that's what we talked about in the keys of the game, turnovers.
But did they call it he was down? They did. Okay. Official pointing South Oldham direction for first down at the 30-yard line.
A minute there, I saw the Cal players jumping up and down. I thought they were going to give them the ball, and I was going to say that would have been a huge turnover.
He got tackled low and high, and I think the guy on the ground, the officials blew him dead because he was on top of a defender, and ball came out late, but to no avail. Now spreading the field, 2 wide right, 2 wide left for Hamilton, but he hands it off up the middle, finds some space for Oliveros, I believe. That's number 3.
And that's what South Oldham's going to have to do. They're going to spread the field, use the width of the field, and use those big linemen. They have a huge size difference on the line.
That was Nathan Hale, I believe, number 7.
Yeah, it was Nathan Hale, number 7. And what they're going to have to do is just use that massive line that they have. If they can control that and get the Cal Centurions tired, they can stay in this ball game.
Speaking of whom, they talked about big number 72, Grayson Brashear, 6'4", 300 pounds. It's a good guy to run behind.
Little trap again.
The gut trying to grind some yardage, grind some first downs, and see if you can shorten this game, shorten this field for the Dragons and Coach Reed.
And Ian McKinney on the tackle there for Cal. Like I said, they little trap right there up the middle, trying to use the size differential, trying to use their massive size they have over Cal, but right now the Cal Centurion line is holding tight.
That is Hale coming off the sideline late. They're probably going to need a timeout here as they had to take some time.
Hamilton came running in there late right there, so we're going to see. Watch that official. If he raised that hand, it'll be less than 5 seconds. Let's see.
That official is recognizing that there was some injury with Jeffrey Burton, number 4.
Give and go.
There it is. There's one of your splash plays. Down the left sideline it goes. And that is a big flip the field play for the South Oldham Dragons.
That is number 2, and I don't think we have him in the program.
We don't have a number 2.
We don't have a number 2 in the program. But what ended up happening is the last 2 times that South Oldham has passed the ball, they run a little dig or a hitch route, and that DB, number 1, he just bid on it. Hodge just bid on it, and as he bid on it, he gave him a little stick, then he went a little go. That's why it's wide open like that. So
stick and go, the old wide receiver's favorite play.
Oh, yeah, especially when that DB's biting hard like he was.
And hands off Hamilton inside
to Fowler.
Drive to Fowler. And we found no daylight, just a loss of 2. Number 2 is Jackson Fisher, as Colby, our producer, has just relayed the info to us.
You see that Jackson Fisher with a nice hitch and go right there. There's a nice run route. Nice route there. He went stop, put that head down.
And let's just give a little shout to the official who understood there was a late injury. The player came off the field, didn't rush that 25-second clock, and now it's 2nd and 12 for the Dragons. Hamilton rolls right. He tries to flip it out. Just couldn't set his feet. Throws it over the outstretched arms of Nathan Hale.
Yeah, just right there in a little out route. 3rd and about 12 there. It's about a 10-yard, would have been a 10-yard gain, but he just overthrows his receiver there a little bit.
And that's the one where a quarterback, when you're looking at that opportunity, you're going to throw it right to that yard marker there.
You got to throw it to a spot.
Yep.
And when you roll out there to the right, you just throw it to the spot. And, you're expecting your wideout. Look, we practice this over and over and over. And the quarterback's like, you got to be there. And as a wideout, you've got to take responsibility and say, hey, I'm going to be there for my guy.
Oh, and there's the pressure. Hamilton was looking deep, had to take another hitch and a little step forward, and a big blitzing finish there by the Centurions defense.
Yeah, Nathan Carlisle coming in there. There were about 3 or 4 Centurions in there, but just didn't have the time there. And Nathan Carlisle came by, got the first initial hit, and a couple other Centurions got in there, and that's going to be huge. So it's going to make it 4th down or about 20, I believe.
At the end of the first quarter, it is 7-0 Christian Academy. We'll come back with second quarter action. You're watching this broadcast of Christian Academy at South Oldham on Glycod.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Irvin Stadium and Cy Tucker Field, where the Christian Academy of Louisville Centurions are up 7-0 on the South Oldham Dragons. South Oldham facing a 4th and 20 from their 36. They will be in punt formation. But a little earlier, we wanted to address the key players of the State Farm storylines and key players of the game, Joey.
Key players of the game, of course, for Christian Academy, you've got Cole Hodge. He's ranked among the best in the quarterbacks in the Commonwealth, as a sophomore last year. And, he threw for 2,100 yards and 28 touchdowns. He also rushed for 8 more while throwing 4 interceptions, and he let.
Wow, he takes it at the 1 yard line, and there he goes.
Could that be special?
Oh, Ruffin. It was special from the 1 out to the 27. I was really surprised that he took it that deep. I thought we had a good opportunity to set up those storylines, but Ruffin snuffed them out for us.
Well, he's one of the most explosive players out there. He's a transfer from Oldham County. He was in this county. He and another player, they transferred here, and he's one of the most explosive players to transfer. After last year he caught 27 passes for 347 yards. He had 2 TDs at Oldham County. So
as a sophomore,
he just showed some of his speed and ability right there on that punt return.
This young fella being recruited by several major Division I programs, including nearby Louisville, as the Centurions. 2 wide left and split wide right is the receiver formation. Cole Hodge facing a blitz. Here's a screen and almost picked, but it falls out of the hands, and now there's a fumble, and there's the splash.
Oh, no! Oh!
South Oldham had their hands on the interception and on the fumble, but they could not fall on it as the Centurions capitalized there. Oh, good fortune for Cal.
Gavin Kuppenhaver with the recovery there. That was a big play right there. Number 57 almost had the ball right there for South, and then a fumble. South was on top of it, then they lost it, and thank goodness for Gavin Kuppenheimer. If I say it right, Kuppenhaver. If you're a Cal Centurion fan.
Toby Sircone. He almost had that for South Oldham, 57 on the deflection.
That would have been a splash play. Whew. Would have been huge.
2nd and 12. Would have been a terrific opportunity. They got to get on it. Get on it. That's a lateral. Pick it up. Pick it up. No, they called it. They did not. It did not travel backwards. Sideline official on the far sideline was right on top of that, immediately waving incomplete pass.
Ruffin in a little motion. They're trying to find the ball to Ruffin in several ways. Return them punts, give him a couple of swing passes there. It's a good job there by the South Oldham defense.
I have a feeling with 2 behind-the-line passes, the screen and that play right there, that Ruffin's probably going to get one deep. Well, coming up soon.
They're putting him all over the field, so you just watch where Ruffin's at. This time he is in a slot. They're in a double slot, tight double slot set here. Shotgun, one back.
And here is the opportunity. Hodge looks, he fakes, he can't find his brother. He was looking for that deep post.
Jonathan Pesco on the stop right there. Quarterback looking. He had someone short, but I don't think he wanted to go there. I think Coach Cantwell will tell him, say, hey, go it short. We'll take the 5 or 6 yards, and maybe our back can gain the first down. But he looked deep, and they were covered deep. There was 2 slants, 2 deep posts, and then 2 short outs. So
great defense at all 3 levels. Pressure on the quarterback, support in of that line, but deep umbrella coverage covering those threatening receivers from Christian Academy to make the stop. It's 4th and 7 here for Christian Academy at their own 30, and they will hunt
Jonathan
formation.
Pesto just made a great play with soccer style.
That's the Barrickman punt, and boy, does he let it go. Wow, from the 30, that's 20, 30, 40, 50, and a 59-yard punt, no return. Oh, that's so tough.
And that's Lucas Oliveros, and they're looking at Lucas, say, Lucas, you got to catch that ball. You can't let it bounce. That's a 20-yard difference right there. That puts
especially on a rugby punt. Whew.
Yeah, you just got to fair catch it. He had to take about a step back. You got to fair catch it. Like I said, if you don't, you see the result of what happens right there.
Hey.
And that just puts them inside their 20-yard line.
We know that Sam Reagan is a great kicker, but this Barrickman has impressed me with his legs so far, putting one almost into the end zone on the opening kickoff. And that punt right there, smart, wise. He let it go, and it gets the roll.
That's twice now that South Oldham has let punts roll. And I think the coach will be working on that next week, where he says we've at least got to catch the ball.
Make it work. South Oldham sends motion. Oliveris right to left. He takes the handoff, inside handoff on the quick sweep. Not quite the jet sweep, but he takes the inside handoff up for a good, solid 7-yard gain on first down.
Nice 7-yard gain there. Good tackle there by Isaac Patrick, but that was a nice cut there by Oliveris. He was going east to west, the next thing you know, boom. Nice cut north to south, the way most running back coaches want you to do. And he gained about 6-7 yards there. Let's see, he gained 8.
8 yards. Look up there. There's a wonder. What is that up there? That's one of those
skydiving.
Skydiving.
He got a skydiver over the field
out here in Oldham County. Goodness sakes. We got South Oldham with a second and long 2. Hamilton takes the snap. He's going to sweep right, and he gets tripped up and knocked down at the 30 or the 21.5. So he'll be a yard and a half shy of the first down marker.
White Fowler in there.
That was Fowler, yes.
Fowler,
sorry.
yeah, they're alternating. That's okay. They're alternating quarterbacks in there. You just got to, they're going 1 minute Hamilton, next minute Fowler, and I think they might have them in there at the same time at times when Fowler just may go into lineup at quarterback and Hamilton may just go to the running back and be maybe a decoy.
Maybe a setup for a.
It looks like Fowler's back there by himself. He's the quarterback right now. Looks like they are in looks like an unbalanced left there with a tight slot. Little jet Oliveris. Little quick trap. Oh!
Nice adjustment from the Cal Centurions. They saw that. They read it. They've been burned by the trap a couple of times early in that first quarter, but they've shut it down the last couple of times South Oldham has tried to run it.
Well, in that play, I think South Oldham kind of outsmarted themselves. They had the numbers out there. They faked the jet sweep again. If they keep the jet sweep, they've got the whole side sealed down. But I think Coach might have saw that the last play with the over-pursuitment of Cal, he tried to come back with a trap, and their defense was right there waiting. We've got Ruffin back here deep.
There's the fake. Direct snap to the up man, and he is stuffed for a yard loss. And well played, that was
Jeff Burton.
Jeff Burton
taking
care of business off of Nathan Hale.
Jeffrey Burton trying to fake that right there, and deep in your own territory. As Coach may have felt like he didn't want to give Cal the ball back right away there and took a chance. Might have saw something there. as every coach does when they make that call. Did not work out this time for him, and it's going to be Cal ball in the red zone.
Splash play, explosive play for Cal. They're trading blows right now. 7-0 game, important stop right here is handoff to Copenhagen. He moves right, gets around a tackler, gets around another, and he gets brought down after a sweet 15-yard gain. Good balance.
Copenhagen just got the ball right there. They sealed the side. They sealed down on the right side. He bounced outside and gained a nice 15-yard gain right there.
It's first and goal. Well, they say he stepped out at the 7, so 13, make that 13 yards, so it's first and goal at the 7 for the Centurions. Copenhagen, that whole right side collapsed. He was one-on-one with a D-back, and he made that D-back miss by a lot.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do as a running back. They tell you you've got one job, and you've got to get by one guy. You're going to have to beat one guy every time on your own. So he did a really good job.
Roll left is Hodge, rolling left, still keeping his feet alive. Nice job to get it his younger brother. And that is Connor Hodge getting down to the 1.
Little jet sweep action there. He faked it, then faked the dive. The two inside guys rolled inside on slants, and they just forgot all about number 1 out there, and he was standing out there by himself, and the quarterback hit him. But there was good pursuit by South Oldham on the defense.
Wonderful crowd here tonight, by the way, to see this. You look across at Christian Academy sideline with a full house, and over here on this South Oldham sideline as well. Great action in this first half as Cal looking to capitalize on that 4th down stop, and they give it to Copenhagen right, and he just takes on that defender and leans in for the score. 6:14 remaining in the first quarter. Copenhagen gets that touchdown, the second score for the Centurions. It's 13-0 as Barrickman will come in to kick.
2-yard TD. He just bullied his way in there. He just kind of bullied his way right there in the end zone. There's nobody that's going to stop him on that one. Showed his veteran leadership. That's a senior saying, hey, man, I'm going to score right there. So he just came in there.
You're not going to deny me. And that big, strong leg, Barrickman boots it through. It's 14-0 with 6:14 to play in the first half. Christian Academy up 2 touchdowns on the South Oldham Dragons. We'll come back with more second quarter action. You're watching Glycod.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back. 14-0. The Christian Academy Centurions lead the South Oldham Dragons here. As you see the long shadows on the field, the sun beginning to set. What a beautiful, beautiful night. Opening night of the high school football season 2022. Full house here, or near full house, at Irvin Stadium in Cy Tucker Field.
Got Oliveros back there kicking right at him. This time Oliveros lets it go through and it goes back. So
and touchback, but my goodness, Barrickman making plays. He had that one mishap at the beginning of the game, the opening kick. He gets it just inside the pylon, out of bounds, and he is made up for that.
Oh, he's made up there tremendously. He's had a really nice punt, had a couple nice punts. That kickoff goes back to the end zone for a touchback. He's doing his job. He's showing. You say, hey, Coach, I'm in.
And you talk about special teams being a key with a young squad like Coach Reed has at South Oldham. They got to grow from those. Don't let that punt touch the ground. Make sure you take care of the ball when you have the opportunities. And now South Oldham looking to respond. 6:14 to play in this first half. Hamilton fakes the inside handoff. He wanted to pitch that wide, but swallowed up there quickly by the Centurion defense.
That's number 22. That's McCabe Batcher, and that's a nice defense right there by them. Everyone played the responsibility football. dive man was on the dive, the linebacker was on the quarterback, and the DB was on the pitch man. So there was nothing there for him.
McCown, number 52, the inside lineman there, the tackle. He stuck his man in the way too. He created some traffic.
Correct. And he had to dive. When he dove in there, he just bullied his way through there.
Roll left, Hamilton, and he has a man, but he can't quite connect. 2 passes as he's rolled out, we've seen him sail a little on him.
Well, any good quarterback coach is going to tell you when you're rolling out that way, you've got to plant your feet. And I know it sounds simple, or if you're watching, you may go, oh, I could do that. But you really need to plant your feet and step and square those shoulders and throw in there. But I will give him a little break there. He threw it right in the sun. So,
oh, yes. And Nathan Hill, you're right.
That's the worst thing ever. You throw it in the sun, and that ball hits that ball hits the sun one time, then comes out of that sun, and you're looking like, where's the ball at? Where's
Bring it
the ball
to the
at?
right side of the field, Coach, the shady side.
But, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough.
3rd and 14. Big play here for South Oldham. And there it is, down the right sideline. A joust there with... That was Ruffin on the defense there.
Well, it was uncatchable,
yeah, and that was Oliveros trying to make that play.
Yeah, Oliveros came down. They figured they just throw a little fade pattern there to the right. Now Oliveros goes up.
That was number 8, right? Ryland Varner, wasn't it?
Okay.
I believe so, yeah.
Those dark numbers are getting to me over here in the shade, but I thought it was 3. Okay, it's 8. But anyway, the DB right there, he just played the man and just stayed right there with him, and the ball was uncatchable, so it's going to be 4th down there, and
there is the punt,
and out of bounds,
away from Ruffin, who made that great defensive stop there on the 3rd down play, and a ball only traveled about 24 yards on the punt, so it is a 1st and 10 for Christian Academy at the South Oldham 38. Let's call it a 18-yard punt.
Well, it's playing a game of field position right now. First drive, South pushed it to the other side of the 50, had the field position game. They were winning that, and since then it's been all the Cal Centurions.
South Oldham looking to create some momentum. Facing a tough task here is the Centurions. They have an offset eye. They give it to the second back, the eye back. And that was...
It looks like Jason Hilliard, number 25.
23 or 25?
23. That looks like
McRoberts?
23. Okay, 23. Yeah. I apologize. That's Jalen McRoberts. He's a senior. He's a 5'9 senior. And so he's getting a little time there as Cole Hodge is out of the game at the moment.
He just went to the sideline to get the play. That's all. He went to get that play. Came right back. Onto the field is Hodge with, again, the offset eye. Out of the pistol. 2nd and 8.
Got McRoberts back there. Fakes it to McRoberts. He's looking deep. He throws it deep.
Shoulder fake, but
to Ruffin.
Well defended.
Great
well
coverage
defended.
Out there.
Nathan Hale, I believe, 7 on that defense.
Great coverage out there by the DB. Since they plays the receiver, then plays the ball. That's an excellent job right there. That's what's going to keep them in the game. Cal on 2nd down and 7 trying to go for it.
Looks like a play that Cole Hodge will keep working on with Hunter Cantwell, because Hunter Cantwell was he handled the ball well. The fake was a little off to the running back, and then the shoulder fake, the pump fake was a little off as well. I know that this year and next year, that's going to get better and better. The young man shows some good skills.
Coach Cantwell, he'll do well with here with his quarterback. He's going to do. Cole Hodge is going to be, like I said, he's one of the top quarterbacks here in this county, or in this general area, because we're actually outside of Jefferson County, and there's something to look forward to the next couple of years.
Oh, and a neat little option run pitch, and he pitches it back to number 35. That was Trey Cotton, 6-foot sophomore. Boy, he hit that hole quick.
That was a delayed, I guess a delayed sweep, if you want to call it delayed pitch.
There you go.
Because the quarterback, he got it. He kind of went 2 steps toward the defensive end, then stopped, and then instead of pitching out like a regular option, he gave him a little toss there. He gave him a little toss action.
Who started that? Was that Cam Newton where he faked like he was running, he gets stops, and he tossed that little big play way back 10, 12 years ago in his college days at Auburn?
Yeah, that's what
it reminded me of.
Showed signs of that right there.
Now empty backfield, a fake to the wide side, and he gets out of the wrap there from the defense, and that is a drop and a tough one.
Jalen
McRoberts dropped that one.
McRoberts was in the backfield. He went in motion. Good defense there by South Oldham. He just got to hold on, and he lets him go. Quarterback Hodge hits McRoberts, and McRoberts just drops the pass right there.
Defensive end on that side of the field. Tough to see that number again, but I believe it might have been Landon Arnold who came in off that left edge, wrapped up Hodge, but couldn't seal the sack. And now it is 2nd and 10 at the 25.
Slot right, split left. Looks like not actually split, got tight end left, so we'll jet motion here to Ruffin.
They fake the sweep to Ruffin. Up the gut goes Colt Hodge. Cole Hodge just leans forward for 5. Runs forward, leans, gets that extra yard. Let's call it 4, and now 3rd and 6 for the Centurions. Your option, Joe.
I think they're going to go for it. I'm probably thinking Coach is going to throw a little swing pass or screen pass here.
Go short, because they're
getting some pressure. South Oldham's getting some pressure in there. It'll be an interesting call right here. This is a big play right here.
With Barrickman's leg, you don't want to take yourself out of 3 points.
No, you definitely don't want to do that. So.
And now they got
he's
2 left.
He's brought Copenhagen back in the game. Looks like drop back, do a little swing straight right there to Copenhagen. And the big guy.
Copenhagen gets that first down. Boy, he gets ahead of steam. He's tough to bring down, isn't he?
Oh, yes, he is. That's what I figured they'd do. I figured, like I said, screen pass, a little swing pass right there. Get
safe.
one-on-one, get that one-on-one out there. Keep yourself in field goal range. If you don't get it, but him one-on-one, he's probably going to gain anywhere from 5 to 7 yards every time.
Leans over, he gets that first down easily. And now a 1st and 10 at the 13 for the Centurions.
He's got Copenhagen back there with him again.
It is. Copenhagen back, but direct snap. Takes a couple steps, tip ball in the air. There's that splash play, picked off there by South Oldham, and they deny the Centurions the opportunity at the goal line. I believe again, that's Nathan Hale, or was that Oliveros with the pick?
That's Oliveros right there.
Oliveros with the pick.
Oliveros has been in the right place, the right time, and I think on that play, Cole just put a little too much heat on that. He has his man wide open right there, but he put a little too much heat on that pass, and do it like a fastball. All you do is lay it right in there to his tight end over the middle.
Just enough over the body of the receiver that he had to get his hands up on it. Couldn't quite do that.
Right. He's got to throw a little softer on that. You just lay it right in to your guy, and like I said, when you throw it hard like that, it bounces right off you. Oof. And Oliveros right there to capitalize on that. That's a big play for South Oldham here with 2 minutes to go in the half.
2:48 left in the first half. First down at the 11. South Oldham 89 yards to go, but they're just going to go up the gut. And who is that?
Let
me tell you, that's big number 52, Sam McCown. Whew, that's a hit.
McCown right there making the play. He just let the backs cross. First back comes through. They don't give it to him. They give it to the second back, and there's number 52 right up the middle, just making a big play, doing what a D line or a senior D lineman does.
He looks like he just wants to hit someone every play.
That was a great play right there. He's right there in the middle, and he's making plays like a linebacker.
They push the pile back, but second flag of the day after the opening kickoff, and it's a little motion on South Oldham.
A little legal motion there, moved a little quick, for the ball snap. That's going to put them back 5 yards. That's going to make it about 2nd and about 12 or 13. Puts Coach Reed back there. I guess they're inside their 10 now.
They're at the 7.
So yeah, I think they're just going to run it here and try to run the clock out. But Coach,
this will be a tough one. You don't want to risk too much, but hey, might go downfield for a PI maybe.
Coach Cantwell has all 3 timeouts. But hey, they see
there
something.
It is,
oh,
and
there
they
is.
got it.
Oh,
and he fumbled the ball, had the reception, fumbled the ball, recovered by Christian Academy. Open field, first down. That was Sam Reagan.
Sam Reagan with a nice play, cuts right inside the DB, makes a great catch, takes off 2 steps, and just lost the ball. Poor guy. Poor guy. I know that hurts. Make a big play for your team like that and lose the ball, and Cal just jumps right on it. So Cal's going to have two minutes here, 5 seconds.
Some big plays throughout this first half for both teams. Interception at the goal line, followed by an interception here at the 41. 2:05 to play, first half. Christian Academy looking to add to their 14-0 lead.
Yeah, well, that was like one of those unforced turnovers. It's no one even touched him. No one touched him at all. Oh, missed it. Yeah, got him. Oh, just got out. Oh, nice tackle there. Nice open field tackle by Oliveros. So number 87.
What poise from Hodge.
Yeah, the defense was right rush. There. He one guy was at his feet. He got off him, and I thought the defender was going to get there, and he just missed him. And like I said, nice poise by the quarterback to lay that in there to big number 87, Ian McKinley.
12-yard gain for McKinley on that hookup with Hodge.
Oliveros makes a solid hit right there, and it was close. South, I was hoping to get there because he was close. It's a lot of effort for a little big lineman to get there.
That's a couple times that he shake off the pass rush. That he's shaking off the pass rush. That's Cole Hodge, the junior, and a quick out. And did he find?
He's got number 35. Is that Trey Cotton?
That's the sophomore, Trey Cotton.
Trey Cotton is also a transfer in from Oldham County. He and Ruffin both transferred in from Oldham County, and they say Cotton has the most speed on the team. They say he is one of the fastest guys on the team.
He showed great speed out of the backfield on a handoff earlier in this quarter. And again, right there on that quick out, gain of 4, 3.5, so it's 3rd and a long 6.
Looks like Cal is using one of their timeouts here. Got 2 left.
Yeah. And he's trying to figure out what here. Take a shot and then go for the first down if you don't get it, or just play it safe and keep winding down that clock.
Being an offensive-minded guy, Coach Cantwell, I believe that they're going to go back to a little swing pass, and probably have their main man, Copenhaver. Just give it to him, and get him out in space. And if you get one-on-one with one of those DBs, then he's tough to bring down. So
load up the receivers one side, little swing pass to the other to him.
Oh yeah, and that's put all our guys over here. You watch them as we throw it to the other side.
Put your defensive lineman or defensive coordinator hat on now, Joey, and look at this wide side of the field. Do you move? Do you shift that way? Do you look for it that way?
Well, they're solid right there. Depends on how many people out there. They got 3 people out there, so they're going to walk off a linebacker there, and they're going to 3 linebackers. So one's going to slide over in the middle, and this one's out here. So
there's the bubble screen to Ruffin. He goes in, turns out, and turns on. It's a touchdown.
And as I was saying, you've got your linebacker there. You've got the other linebackers all the way inside, and that just gives them a 3-on-2 advantage.
25 yards, and boy, it happened in a flash for Ruffin. Justin Ruffin, his first touchdown as a Christian Academy Centurion on the bubble screen from Hodge with 1:11 remaining in this first half to make it 20-0 advantage for Christian Academy.
Yeah, they had the advantage there. It's 3-on-2, but that's the chance you have to take. Either you walk that linebacker out and make it 3-on-3, but then you hurt yourself on the line. So that's where you have to take that chance, and not too many teams that South is going to play is going to have a player like Ruffin that's going to catch it and be able to run away from you like
exactly.
that.
And Barrickman sends it across to make it 21-0 for Cal. We'll be back with the last 1:11 of this first half on Glycod Sports.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Irving Stadium. It's 21-0. Christian Academy ahead of South Oldham. But Joey Hamilton, it doesn't feel like a 3-touchdown deficit. I mean, this has been a very solid game. South Oldham just not capitalizing on opportunities.
South Oldham is right there. Coach Reed is, he's not going to be happy, but he's going to be happy. It's one of those things where, the pass play where his guy fumbles the ball, that just happens. They capitalize on an interception there. They push the first drive. They cross the 50. They change field position. They're not playing terrible. Just Cal has some, as we talked about, explosive plays. And that's what they're doing. They're making the big explosive play. And that last pass play, from Hodge, to Ruffin.
It traveled 5 yards, but he traveled about 30 on the 25-yard touchdown.
Exactly,
Speed.
exactly. And he just, and like I said, on that defensive play, you say put my defensive cap on, you bring the linebacker out there, and then the other one that's in the middle, if you walk him out there, you put yourself at a disadvantage on the line. Or you keep him in there to where you have numbers on the inside, and then they're 3-on-2 on the outside. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to make that play, but 9 times out of 10, you aren't probably going against a kid of the quality of Ruffin.
And man, did he make a great move, turned on the Jets, made it happen. After that, 5-yard run on first down. It's 2nd and 5. Timeout, South Oldham. Coach Reed wanting to generate something, see what he can get in this last 59 seconds of play in the first half.
Well, they see a little something on here on the right side. They've thrown 2 passes over there. One was overthrown a little bit. The other one said they made a play, and Reagan just lost the ball. I think they see something over on the right, and we'll see what happens. Earlier they got him on the little hitch and go or a little stop and go route, but with less than a minute to go, I'm sure the DB coach over there at Cal is telling his guys, play back deep, stay back. Let them stay in front of you. We'll give up 12, 13, 14 yards. We're just don't give up the big play.
See if this offensive line, this big offensive line at South Oldham, can hold up against the Cal pressure. As a quarterback,
we got Malachi Embers over here at DB, number 14. They've been looking at his way, and they're throwing it on his side again, but
Hamilton just couldn't connect with his wide-out target there. Is that Reagan?
That
was
number 8.
Number 8, Rylan Varner.
Like I said, they've got some room over here, and like I said, they're coming right at number 14. They're throwing it on Ember's side, but that ball's just a little short. You give him an opportunity right there to catch that ball. He can get upfield a little bit and probably get out of bounds. Give him a chance to do something, but
it's 3rd and 5 now. So the official respots the ball. 55 seconds left, first half. Oh, they get it across the 25. So 3rd and 4.
Oliveros and Varner over here.
The pistol snap, just a
going
quick
to Varner
out.
again. Varner going to catch. Varner gets out of bounds.
First down, 7-yard gain.
Stops the clock.
48 seconds left at the 32. The Dragons will operate.
I think the coach is, get a couple first downs here. He might try to move the clock and see how far he can go.
31 is where they ended up marking the ball.
See where they can get. If they could get a play where they could break a tackle or something, get down there. Maybe they might give Sam Reagan an opportunity to kick a field goal. As I was saying earlier, we were talking about Reagan earlier. He was one of the tops in 5A in kicking last year.
And a sort of wobbly snap. Hamilton handles it well.
Nice
he rolls
catch.
left, gets the ball.
Nice play.
Out wide, 8-yard gain. Out of bounds, stop the clock.
That's
Ryan
a nice
LaVarley.
play right there. Nice play right there. Quarterback gets it, rolls to his left. He kind of stopped. You saw a nice little tight spiral right there. Receiver comes back and catches it and gets out of bounds. That's good play right there. Is that Jackson Fisher?
Fisher.
Jackson Fisher, number 2.
Varner. Wasn't sure. Okay.
Looks like Varner's on this side, and they're keeping Jackson on the other side. Doesn't look like alternating too much. He's rolling right this time. He's got a little time. Throws it. He's got Varner this time.
It was a little floater, but Varner gets it out of bounds.
Gets out of bounds. First down
at the 45. Now you're talking about a little more opportunity here from near midfield.
Yeah, that's what Coach is trying to do. It's taking probably a little longer than what he wants. And he's probably like a 3 or 4 second play instead of an 8-second play. But Hamilton's making a nice play. The line's giving him good time, and so looks like they moved Ruffin on this side now, and now they put number 14 Embers. They put him on the other side. So
this is what they're going to do. They're going to take a shot here. They've got 2 timeouts left. Why not go down the middle?
So yeah, they've got Ruffin on this side now. On my right side, he's looking. He's looking. He was looking for
straight
him.
drop. Almost, and he did a great hustle
Gonna have
play.
to call
That was
timeout.
number 12. That was Heidenreich. Nate Heidenreich. Nate Heidenreich tracked him down, tripped him up by the ankle.
Good hustle play by him right there. Hamilton was looking, and as I said, they switched the DBs. They put Ruffin on this side, and Ruffin had Varner right there blanketed him. Hamilton wasn't expecting that, so he put the ball down and tried to scramble there. And it's nice defensive play there by the Cal Centurion defender.
You're going to want to stay with us at halftime. We're going to have a recap of our first half action, as well as an interview with SueDistractedDriver.com, Alex R. White, lawyers. The PLLC, Alex, a big supporter of high school and college athletics as well. And Alex will be with us at halftime. We're pleased to have him at halftime. But, Joe, back to the game action. Tell me what's impressed you so far about the Centurions team up 21-0.
They have big play players right now. You can tell they're still, first game, most of the time, first game, you're still not where you want to be, but they've made some plays rough, and, the newcomers coming in.
Yeah.
Ruffin's coming in and made some plays right there. Hamilton throws it out. He's got Oliveris on the
wide.
quick.
There's Oliveris in space. He gets the first down, 12-11. First down stops the clock. And will Coach call timeout? Yes, he will.
Yeah, that was Tripp's left set, real wide. Quarterback Hamilton caught it, just threw it to the middle man on the trips.
They're going to down it. Nope, they call the timeout. Final timeout for the South Oldham Dragons of the first half. And Coach Reed.
And that's a tough play for him to have to call timeout right there. He, he rather would have downed it, but I know 11 seconds to probably would have went to about 6 seconds the way the clock's running, and the quarterback had to call the signal out. So I think it's their final timeout right there. So
that is.
They'll be looking to throw it close to the sideline and try to get out of bounds. But that last play, like I said, was a trips left, just hit the middle man, and Oliveris catches it. Tries to get what he can get and tried to get out of bounds. Just got hemmed in just inside the stripes there before he could get to the sideline. So, South Oldham's been moving the football here, but time's just not on their side right now.
They've got to find a way to get it down the field. They did a few times. They had some unfortunate breaks, let's say.
So
some
now
miscues, but an opportunity here, 44-yard line. I don't know if
they
they
brought
can
Embers back on this side. He's over here. Embers back on this side. I think they'll throw it to the right, and looks like Cal called timeout.
Christian Academy, you can see it.
So
defensive coach run up there and say, "Hey, we need it."
Do you put that second back on the clock? That's what I want to know, because if I'm South Oldham, I'd really want that second back. They call timeout, and you can't really say time has went off the clock if they call timeout on that.
No.
They need to have that second back.
Official motioning.
10 seconds left.
Should be 11.
11. Yeah. You got to get that second back.
Got to get that second back.
But yeah, that's they're looking for. I'm thinking, and this is just me thinking out loud. I don't know. I'm thinking they're probably going to try to do some type of hook and ladder. And when I say hook and ladder, that means the receiver is going to run downfield. They're going to hook. He's going to run downfield about 10, 15 yards, catch it, stop, and turn around and catch it. They throw it to him. Once he catches it, there's going to be his own player coming in right behind him. They're going to pitch it to him, and he's going to be going toward
the most famous hook and lateral of all time was
Miami Dolphins.
You know it, Tony Nathan. Put that ball up and around the 20-yard line, and it's like, dude, there's a guy coming in. Put that ball down and run into the end zone.
That was one
what
of those
a play.
great games.
What a game.
That's a great game.
What a game. 11 seconds. Back goes Hamilton. Hamilton surveying. Heath puts it up deep down the right side. Double coverage. And
5 seconds.
Just falls to the ground.
That's a fifth.
5. That's 5.
5 seconds. And, that play right there, Coach Reed's looking for a flag. He throws it deep. If you can't complete that, you're hoping to get 15-yard pass interference there. Move up 15 more yards.
Is it 5 or 5/10? You're right.
That's what I was thinking. I think it's
5 seconds.
Point
okay.
5. Oh, is that 5? Okay.
5 point is where that is. But a cramp there looks like brings one of the South Oldham.
It's Reagan. Sam Reagan coming off the sidelines.
Yep, just a cramp in his left leg.
And that's what I talk about on these nights like this. And, it's warm. It's cool, but it's when you're out there running, it's warm, and you're not really in total game shape, and you're doing a lot of running. You get a lot of cramps out there.
There's the Hail Mary, but that one's brought down by the transfer, the sophomore, Trey Cotton, showing his worth. Defended that the play prior, and he picks that off there. We end the first half. It's Christian Academy 21, South Oldham still at no score. So it's 21-0 Christian Academy here from Irvin Stadium. First half opening weekend. Our halftime show will begin. When we return, you're watching Glycod Sports.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
If your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by LaGrange Service Center, a family-owned car repair shop that also offers 24/7 towing and roadside assistance. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, celebrating their 58th year in business.
Welcome back. It is halftime here at Irvin Stadium. Alongside Joey Hamilton, I'm Paul Najar. And Joey, good first half, 21-0. The Centurions of Christian Academy take the lead. Let's recap the scoring. 3:03 of the first quarter. You get a TD run from Cole Hodge, quarterback, on a nice option run. But it was a tough first half or first quarter of the game. Teams traded punts, and on the fourth series of the game, the second series for Christian Academy, Hodge punches it through.
Yeah, he went through. He's rolling back left to throw the football, and as I said, his receiver fell down, and when it fell on the corner of the end zone, and the DB just kind of, as he fell down, he kind of stood over him, to make sure he wouldn't get back up, and that's when Cole Hodge said, "I'm just going to take this in myself." And as I said, as South Oldham, as they grow, that DB is going to realize, oh, he's down the ground. There's no use in me trying to stay here with him. He'll go make the play on Hodge, to prevent that touchdown.
Tonight's halftime scoring drives and first half recap brought to you by Financial Solutions in LaGrange. clarity for your financial future. And now we go to 6:14 of the second quarter, that 2-yard touchdown run by Barrickman, or the extra point by Barrickman, the 2-yard touchdown run by Copenhagen.
Yeah, by Copenhagen.
He had a great drive on that
ran his
series.
man over, and the right side collapsed there, and they just gave it to him, and back deep in the backfield, he takes off to the right and just punches it in right there. And then of course, their third score
with 1:11 left in the first half. They faced a big third down play from the 25. And it was a neat little play, bubble screen.
And trips, it's just an inside bubble where you got your 3-on-2, and so when I say 3, you're the offense, and the defense was 2 out there. So two of those offensive guys that went ahead and start blocking, and they just threw a little swing pass out there to Ruffin, and Ruffin did the rest. It may have been like a 5-yard pass play, which was behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And he ran. It was a 25-yard touchdown, but he probably ran like 28 yards, maybe 30.
40 yards. Yeah, he cut in, took out, and beat everyone to the pylon. As halftime entertainment, you saw the dancers from South Oldham on the field. What a great job. Great festive atmosphere here. Opening night. Those are the 3 scores for the Centurions. Highlights for South Oldham we'll talk about when we come back after this break on the halftime show, brought to you by Financial Solutions in LaGrange. Clarity for your financial future. We'll be back with more of the halftime show from Glycod Sports.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. Today we're talking ways to give your home a facelift. Jim, what are some updates and trends for doors this season?
The most popular door of the year so far has been this 3/4 6 light, shown here as a double French door. I've sold this in this configuration, a door with side lights, a single door. People are loving the natural light this year.
In addition to doors, windows are another great way to update your home, right?
Absolutely. There's no better way to increase your home's energy efficiency than new windows. And if you're about to sell your house, nothing looks better on a property listing than new windows.
So can you and your team provide me an estimate to match my particular budget?
Absolutely. With multiple products and vendors, we can work with your budget to get your home the product it needs.
The Watts Home Center team can answer all of your window and door questions. So come on out and see them here in LaGrange, or go to wattshomecenter.com to learn more.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Irvin Stadium. The South Oldham Dragons band on the marching band on the field, and they are ready to play, and we're ready to talk about that first half highlights from South Oldham. Look, they're down 21-0, but boy, did they have some chances, Joey.
A few opportunities there. They got the hitch there where they had a guy deep. When I say deep, I'm saying the defense was playing back deep. The DB was playing back deep, and they're hitting the receiver short. Then when the DB came up to bite, they got him on the hitch and go with a long pass there. Then they had another long pass play here in the second quarter where things just happened and just slipped out of the receiver's hands.
Once he made the catch,
Then they've got the middle of the field wide open. Right now, and I'm not saying that the quarterback has the time, but the field is wide open in the middle because right now Cal is playing back. So, and they, and Coach, I know Coach Reed, he's got a couple other plays where they do some level routes where he'll go trips and bring a tight end in one way and then bring his other 3 receivers on the other way, and they'll just fall into a hole, But as we've seen, Hamilton's getting a lot of pressure on him back there. So I don't know if he has that time to do that. So, that's one of those things where it's easy for me to say up here because nobody's coming at me. But, watching out there, it's like time is of the essence. It's like he doesn't have that time.
Out of the hand.
Yes.
That's right. And we'll have tips for the South Oldham Dragons coming up later in our halftime show. When we come back, we'll be talking with attorney Alex R. White on Glycod Sports.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
If your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Irvin Stadium here at South Oldham High School in Oldham County, Crestwood area. And right now, special halftime guest with us, attorney Alex R. White, and you know him as the man with SueDistractedDriver.com. It's a great message. We'll get to that in a minute, but Alex, welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, glad to be here. This is an exciting night, Friday night lights, perfect weather. Scoreboard's a little lopsided right now, but we're going to see what happens in the second half.
And you, Alex, tell us about how you got here. You're a native of West Virginia, Huntington, West Virginia, Marshall grad, and you came to Louisville for?
Sure, yeah, I came to Louisville in 2009 to attend the University of Louisville's law school. And while I was there, I fell in love with the city, fell in love with the area, had a lot of exposure to Oldham County, knew that this is where I wanted to end up. And luckily I was able to make that happen. I actually live in a log cabin now in 15 acres in South Oldham. So
South Oldham, part of the county, southern part of the county, 15 acres and a log cabin. That means you get a lot of interesting visitors, like?
Raccoons, coyotes, big bucks, that's about it.
That's about it for now. No bears yet.
Not yet, no.
Hey.
No.
But you also know Alex R. White, attorney at law, as the man behind SueDistractedDriver.com, and talk about how important that message is to get out, not just to the community at large, but to young kids.
Sure, absolutely. So we want to be a part of youth sports because it's an easy way for us to share this message. And, with Oldham, it's easy. My family lives here. I live here. People that I care about are here. We don't want anybody getting injured by distracted driving. We don't want anybody being on the other side of injuring someone because of distracted driving. And whenever we came up with our websites, SueDrunkDriver.com and SueDistractedDriver.com, we thought that this was a provocative kind of PR message. Don't do it. It's the carrot and the stick.
Yep.
So it's not that we're so happy. Our battles are against insurance companies who have contracted to pay certain benefits, but it's a positive message to hopefully plant that in the seeds of people's minds when they're behind the wheel.
And you talk about being a member of this community, having a family. How many kids do you have?
Yeah, I got 2 kids. I got an 8 and 10-year-old. It's a package deal. I got married last year, so the last 12 months has been baptism by fire of being a dad. But I do love the challenge. I've got a beautiful, amazing wife, and it's been really fun.
And where did they attend school in Oldham County?
Well, right now they're at St. Margaret Mary, so we'll see what the future holds.
Yeah,
but they're both playing football, tackle. They love it. We had a scrimmage game yesterday. My oldest got a sack. His smallest kid on the team, so that's pretty special.
Pops, you love that. What did you give him as a reward?
We got a Gustavos.
There you go, which is right across the street from this beautiful stadium, or right down the street from this beautiful stadium, Gustavo's here in Crestwood area. And you've got so much to offer here. What's your overarching message, though, to young kids and in youth sports?
Sure thing. So being part of a team is so important. So you learn a lot, and they got to stay with it.
Stay with it, learn a lot. SueDistractedDriver.com. Alex R. White, thank you so much for being with us at halftime.
Thank you guys for having me. Very fun.
Fantastic. Thank you, Alex. We'll be back with more, our finishing touches on our halftime show. We're watching Glycod Sports.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
A quick halftime break it was for both squads. Officials are out there on the field. They're saying, hey, I think the guys thought they had maybe a few more minutes time here as alongside Joey Hamilton, I'm Paul Najar. I think they thought they had more time in the locker room, so they're going to give 3 more minutes on the clock, and that'll give us time to recap and add to some of the tips maybe for this South Oldham team to get back in the ball game as the lights are on, the darkness has settled over the stadium. Joey.
Well, they're in the late part of the first half. They're moving the ball up the field. There wasn't much time for them, but they can kind of stick to that format. The short pass there. It doesn't seem right now that their running game is on key right now. They are a little more, size-wise, they look bigger out there, but right now it looks like the Centurion defensive line is in charge. So you're just going to have to throw those short passes outside. And, they're not looking over the middle. And I'm not saying that, they may see something that I don't, but right now from up here it looks like there's a little room in the middle for them to throw the ball to.
They had that success early on those traps. Maybe 2 or 3 of them they had, 5+ yards. They got a big first down on that first drive on those trapping plays, did the Dragons. But it looked like the big man in the middle, the big men in the middle.
Sam McCoven.
Sam McCown.
Sam McCown right there. Yeah. He start collapsing on the traps. And when you do that, and it's easier said than done. You can do it. Like when I coached at Male St. X, that is what they lived and died on that trap play right there. And you knew it was coming. And if you don't have someone to follow that pulling guard right there, or if you don't have someone to stop that guy that pulls on the trap, don't have somebody to pop him right in his mouth, then they're gonna blow it open. And right now, McCown, he was just blowing it up. He's stepping right in there and just blowing it right up.
He really was.
And when you can do that, and we did that, we were back and forth with St. X. They did a lot on us, but then when we did shut it down, we had a lot of success against them.
Absolutely.
So both teams had both successes both ways, but
Take away the bread and butter,
Yep.
see what's left, just the bread or the butter.
Yeah, McCown is he's the difference maker right now on the line.
He really was. As South Oldham will kick off in this second half. The left-footed boot comes down at about the 13, 14-yard line. That was Cotton. Trey Cotton takes it from the 13 out to the 30. They'll mark it at the 33. So a 20-yard gain on that return.
You saw a little speed there right there as he accelerated as soon as he caught the ball. And, I'm sure that Coach is happy that he transferred in for him.
Pretty good form from an old punt returner, right?
He's
good form. He got behind it, got that head of steam.
Caught the ball. That's the main thing. Catch the ball. If nothing else, catch the ball. And, that's the quickest way. That's the quickest way not to get yelled at from the coach coming off the sideline. Catch the daggone ball.
Yeah, and it takes a guy probably like you who had to drop it a couple times to get that drilled into the head, right?
I may have dropped one, but I don't recall it.
Or admit it. Trips left now as the motion man. Connor Hodge comes left, roll left from Cole Hodge, and he finds the slot on the hook for a great 12-yard gain. That's Ruffin.
It's Ruffin's all over. They're just moving Ruffin around. They're moving him
comes
at
up
running back. They're moving him in a slot.
Too.
They're moving him several different places. Once he got that catch right there, the defender came in and just kind of pounded him right there. So
he got a little hitch in his giddy up, so he's come off the sideline to the sideline. At the 45 now, 1st and 10 for Christian Academy. And you got to believe that Hunter Cantwell and his staff are looking to add to the lead immediately.
Tight end trips right. Hand off to the big man to the right. Oh, nice defense right there. Good
ball on the ground,
looks like
and
South's
it is recovered.
Looks like they're scrambling for it. Looks like South's got it, though.
They do.
They're giving it to South Oldham. Nice play right there. That's a big opportunity right there. Big opportunity.
Wow. Copenhaver, the sure-handed, steady, strong as an ox, running back. He gets it stripped on a great defensive collapse by the South Oldham defense. And
two South Oldham players came. One came low, one came high, and then the one that came high reached right in there and kind of popped it out. And as he popped it out right there, next thing you know, the ball's on the ground. You got two guys fighting for it, and South gets it. That's a big play for them.
Now we have an opportunity. South Oldham now at the 42. At the 42, going in.
I won't be able to see my
best field position. And back to pass is Hamilton.
Pressure,
he sheds a blocker.
Pressure. Oh, gets
sheds
away.
Another.
Oh.
But he can't shed the 5th attacker. And that was that Copenhaver?
No, that right there. That's
number 16.
Oh, that number 16. That is
Copenhaver.
Copenhaver makes another play. This guy's all over the field. You're fine, Coach.
He took him down.
You're fine. Let's move this right here.
All right.
Is that you? Oh.
You get your chart. We're playing back and forth. It's tough to see at this time with the glare off the glass, off the lights. It looks a lot darker than it is out there through this glass.
It does.
And now it's 2nd and 15 for South Oldham. They were looking for the big play. And again, a quick one. He finds, that's number 7. That's Nathan Hale. A nice target there for 7 yards. A quick hitch inside.
That's what they're going to have to do. They're going to throw quick passes right there over the middle. Gain 5, 7, 8 yards right there.
Yeah.
That puts them in, relatively 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6. So, give you an opportunity right here. And that's what they got to do each time. They're looking to the right. Looking to the right here. They've got the little DB over there. They got Malachi Embers right there. They're going at him again. No, they're going left this time.
Roll left for Hamilton. He is met there by a bevy of defenders. He drops it, puts it on the ground, but picked up there by his offensive lineman.
Yeah, that play did not look good from the start. He kind of rolled out left, and next thing you know, there were 4 white shirts right there in front of him. He evades 3 of them. One hits him and fumbles.
And Matthew Wells picked it up, number 77. He quickly picked it up, fell on that one. So it is
big sophomore Matthew Wells. He's one of those young ones we talked about. He's a young guy in there getting his first varsity action. So Looks like 4th down right here. And
yeah, they've got a punt here. They're going at the 44, so it's 4th and 12.
Got Connor Hodge back there. Let's see.
He just stabs at it, gets it inside the 10. Nope, it just stays right outside the 10. I thought it was going to roll forward as Connor Hodge lets that bounce, and it dies there at the 11.5. So first down for Christian Academy back in the shadow of their own goal line.
Good coach there by Varner. Varner comes down, Rylan Varner comes down and sprints out of his wide out spot, sprints down. Good coverage there, gets to the ball before the receiver can get to it. So South Oldham's got them where they want them right now. And the thing is, can they hold them?
Early third quarter, 8:37 remaining. We've already had a turnover, and we've had.
Are you okay?
Yeah, and we've already had a turnover and an opportunity there for South Oldham, but
got Hodge out here split.
And this is where you worry about speed.
Well, there he is. Get to the big man again. Let's see what happens.
Copenhaver puts his head down, puts his shoulder into the defender, and secures that ball in his left hand, high and tight.
It looks like just eye split right. When I say split right, that's just a tight end on the left, a flanker on the left, at an eye backfield. Just give it to Copenhaver deep. Let him go left. You're just trying to seal the side and say, Copenhaver, you go get us some yards.
And he did. It's a 5.5, 6 yard gain. So second and a long 4, let's call it, or an even 5.
It's old school football right there. This time you're slot right, tight end left, eye backfield. Oh, bootleg action. Oh,
nice D there, left side of that defense. But again, the escapability of Cole Hodge, and he finds his receiver downfield. Great. That was a gain of about 12 or 13.
Finds his brother Connor Hodge on that play, and that's just a naked bootleg. You just fake it to the left, fake an ISO to the left. He rolls back to the right, and just uses his ability to get away from the defender.
Talk about his leg strength. That's a 4th or 5th time he has shaken off a would-be sack.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's a veteran. He's been around. He's a junior, but he's still a veteran. It seems like he's been around. He's played some games now.
He's an 18-year-old junior. He's got a little, or almost 18. He's an older junior,
right?
And he has that experience. And boy,
he's just getting away, and that's going to help them down the road. As they try to battle for 3A.
Yeah, and I like the way he protects the ball too back there. Keeps it both hands on it.
He's got two heck of coaches back there that know something about protecting the ball at quarterback.
Yeah, Chris Redmond, Hunter Cantwell, are you kidding me? As Copenhaver dives off the right edge for 2. 2nd and 8 coming up. 7.5 as we approach 7.5 minutes in this third quarter.
Nice stop there by the defense. Going to make a 2nd and 8. That's what South. They're going to need a few more of those plays. Oliveira's coming off with a little headgear malfunction.
I will say that this left side of the South Oldham defense, the Dragons have played really well, either attacking the quarterback or collapsing that edge.
They're playing a little different. In the past, South Oldham has always played a 4-3, and this year they're playing more.
And he's got the man downfield. Is that Cotton?
Yes, it is.
It is. And Cotton either pulled a muscle or he's down.
Probably got a cramp there.
Let's just hope. Let's hope it's just that. The fine young speedster from Christian Academy. Wow. So we will take a look at that. Or the trainers will take a look at that. Do we need to? All right, we're going to take a break here as they tend to Tyler Cotton. You're watching. It's 21-0 Christian Academy over South Oldham. We'll be back on Glycod Sports.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
And as we often see, welcome back, folks, on Glycod Sports. You see Christian Academy in Louisville up 21-0. But as we often see early in the season, with this weather, with this heat, acclimating, you're going to get a lot of these situations where you see the stretching, you know it's a cramp. Thank goodness for the young man, Tyler Cotton, or Trey Cotton, that it's only a cramp.
Well, most of the time it's not the linemen that get the cramps. It's more the DBs, receivers, running backs, the kids that do all the running out there. I can attest to that. I was a sophomore, junior, I can't remember which year, out there, first game of the season. You're playing, you're doing a lot of running, and everyone out here in shorts. They're talking, it's great weather out here, but you're out there sweating. Drinking all the water
losing
you can.
5 pounds of water.
Exactly. And next thing you know, you run down the field, you make a nice play, or you run down the field, try to tackle somebody, and next thing you know, you're like, oh!
Man, does that hurt.
And you got a cramp there, and you're like, and not only do you have a cramp during the game, it's after the game, and then no matter how much water you drink, you'll be laying there in bed.
That night.
It'll wake you up. And you may wake up and hit the wall or hit your head or something. It's very painful.
My right calf knows that all too well.
And some of you out there listening may know exactly what I'm talking about.
Of course,
but those that don't, you don't want to wish that on your worst enemy. Those cramps are just not pleasant.
The pain.
But yeah, that's what it is. Out here, and doing a lot of running. So. No matter how much you run, it's still going to happen. You can run, drink all the water you want, all the Gatorade, all
stretch.
Yeah, and it's still probably going to happen this first game. And then, because football is about seasons. You have your early season where you have this kind of weather. You have your middle of the season where fall,
great fun
cool
weather,
night.
yeah.
And then you have the end of the season where it gets cold.
Yeah.
So looks like we're in
know how to handle it, and he is off the field with some help. But the fake dive, and there is Hodge showing his athletic ability, running through the middle of that South Oldham defense with determination, and that is a terrific 17-yard gain inside or just outside the 10-yard line.
And that's another play where you just talked about his strength. He sat there, he faked it to his running back. If he fakes it to him left, he runs right, runs through one tackle, runs by another tackle wraps him up, he gets off that tackle and gets inside the 10. Make it 1st and goal. So we got a sideline warning against Christian Academy.
And they're going to call it this time.
Yeah,
and our crack producer, Colby, had called it the first time. He said he saw that flag earlier on this possession. That was the warning. That's what they have to do. They have to throw the flag, give the warning, and the second flag is the violation, and that's a 5-yard penalty. Moves Christian Academy back to the 16, 1st and 15, they call it. It is 1st and 10 from the 15.
1st and goal, I guess. Actually, 1st and goal from the 15.
I thought it was outside.
Yeah, and they just
10,
set those down.
So
first
there
and
we
goal.
go.
And right now, that sideline warning has been the best defense for South Oldham.
There we go. And say South Oldham, you want a break, you create a break. Yeah, they got one there, and now they got to create one.
They had one earlier when Oliveros got an interception when they were inside the red zone. So,
they got the fumble.
South Oldham can bring another one here. It's like they're in single coverage here. Gives out to the big guy again up the middle.
Yes, and that is Copenhaver for. He gets about half the yardage that they need to the goal line, so he gets down about 7 yards down to the 8.
Looks like they're marking at where are they marking at? The 9-yard line.
And now it is 2nd and goal from the 9, so his gain was 6.
I always laugh at that myself. I'm like, didn't he stop up there? And sometimes the referees put the ball back there, and I was like, I guess they see it better than I do.
I thought
I always say, well, they're down there and I'm up here, so I know they see it better than I do. But
it still looks like the 8 to me.
It does,
and it could be the guy. It could be the clock operator.
That's one of those things. You just look and see. It's like, I swear I thought that was there, but. Like I said, those guys see it better than I do. You got Copenhaver behind again.
2 wide right, 1 split left, and he rides Copenhaver, fakes the handoff, and Cole Hodge takes it up the gut into the end zone for the. Well, did he get the score?
Or they're going to call him down.
They're inside the 1.
It was a nice little ride. He rode him right there to the outside, and then as the back went outside, he cut up inside. And as he goes down inside the 5, and he goes down, and then as he goes down, he crosses the goal line and loses the ball. But the referee said he was down there.
Nice run there by Hodge. They got to protect. He's got to protect that ball. They have 2 turnovers so far. But the offensive line for Christian Academy.
Too tight, flanker left, eye backfield, giving it to the big guy. He's going left. Oh,
there's the attack, and he gets by the first guy,
nice
but the
job
gang
right
tackling stuffs him, Copenhagen, for a 1-yard loss, and the Dragons defense comes up big there on that 3rd and goal from the 1.
Nice play there by Toby Sircone. Sircone leading a host of Dragons right there on that play. And, you got pressure from your outside linebacker over there. Look like number 8, Varner, I believe. I'm not for sure who's on the outside over there.
Yeah, I think I saw Sircone's dad earlier, Pittsburgh native.
Okay.
That's my territory, pal.
That's a northeastern name. Sircone.
You know it.
That's a Pennsylvania name.
And they from north of Pittsburgh originally, and he was wearing the Sircone name on the T-shirt. And I said, that's him. So 4th and goal.
Sircone made the play on that, but it was forced by the pressure outside by the outside linebacker right there.
Yeah, good penetration from South Oldham. So they're going to call a timeout here. They got to do that. They'll look at
and they may just let their kicker. I don't know if they're just going to bring in Berkman.
Berkman might get a chance, and I would do that if I were them. He will. You see number 7 jogging onto the field. Now back to the huddle as Coach Cantwell gathers his players to discuss not just what they want to do here, but making sure they get all their I's dotted and T's crossed.
Correct.
Get your man-on-man assignments. Let's get 3.
There's 2 positives out of this. Positive for South Oldham is that they're looking at, we held them. They didn't score a touchdown. We gave the ball up there. They didn't score a touchdown yet. Now, hopefully they don't fake this and get sent on and jinx them. But the positive for Coach Reed right here is he could tell his team, look, we held them to 3. Good solid start here in the second half. And the positive there for Coach Cantwell is we drove the ball down. We didn't get what we want, but hopefully we'll get points on the board. You're looking at it from both aspects of it, So we'll see what happens right here.
Berkman to kick. It'll be a 20-yarder. It is up, and it is good. And it is now 24-0. Christian Academy with 3:55 remaining in the 3rd quarter, leading 24-0 over South Oldham. And we will take a quick break, come back with more 3rd quarter action from South Oldham High School. This is Glycod Sports.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Mitchell F. Irvin Stadium inside Tucker Field here at South Oldham High School. The Christian Academy of Louisville Centurions up 24-0 over the host Dragons of South Oldham. And alongside Joe Hamilton, I'm Paul Najar. And Joe, this is not an insurmountable lead. There's plenty of time, 3:55 plus a 4th quarter, and that is the first break. As you see, Berkman, who kicked that field goal, did the same thing as he did in the opening kickoff, down inside the 2 or 1 yard line, and it just crosses in front of the pylon. That is a penalty.
He looks to be angling. I think Coach Cantwell, they're trying to angle in the corner, trying to seal them.
Trap him.
Yeah. Or should I say 1 out of 3.